22nd IBANESS Congress Series. My name is Diana Eszter BUJDOSO, first-year PhD student at the Economics and Regional Doctoral School of the Hungarian University of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Our paper was prepared by Dr. Ildiko RUDNAK, Associate Professor at the Hungarian University of Agriculture and Life Sciences, and Ádám KISZELY. Our paper addresses the issue of redundancies in the context of business change for a variety of reasons. Organizations are currently dealing with many different cumulative and sometimes conflicting dynamics of change. High levels of inflation in many sectors lead to cost increases that can only be passed on to consumers to a limited extent. Change management has become an essential part of business in the modern age. The business environment is dynamic and constantly changing, and organizations need to adapt to remain competitive. One critical element in learning to embrace change is self-awareness. Another one is the mindset itself. It is never a question of whether change will happen in an organization. It is a question of when and how. In preparation for an incoming economic recession, organizations across the globe are now actively engaging in various downsizing tactics, such as layoffs and hiring freezes, to strategically reduce their workforce. The Human Resources Department then has the important responsibility of effectively managing the impact of downsizing process by mitigating the legal, ethical, and social risks that may arise because of layoffs, such as helping affected employees better manage the resulting stress and empowering surviving employees to continue productivity. According to Cameron, the outcomes of downsizing are controversial, but substantial evidence exists that downsizing produces negative effects, including reductions in quality, labor productivity, innovation, workplace performance, social relationships, commitment, trust, workgroup support, communication, and pro-social actions, along with increases in voluntary turnover and workplace conflict. In Hungary, the Act number 1 of 2012 on the Labor Code provides regulation for the termination of employment, dismissal, collective redundancies, and other provisions. We reviewed the relevant statistical sources, international and national academic publications, and contributions of experts in the field. Our research included both qualitative and quantitative primary researches. Statistical methods were used to analyze the database of responses. Cross-tabulation analysis to examine the relationship between two or more variables. The chi-square test and Kramer's association coefficient were used to measure the statistical significance of the relationship between two variables, and principal component analysis was performed using Cronbach's alpha internal consistency measure. The HR manager of the company surveyed does not support mentioning the company's name. The parent company of A Limited is a British multinational telecommunications holding company based in London. It employs 2,183 people in Hungary based on the statistical headcount data as of 31st December 2022. On April 25th, the director of the Global Financial Services headquarters announced in Budapest that due to an organizational restructuring, 184 positions of approximately 220 GFSS employees will be outsourced to India. No other positions will be automatically offered within the company, and thus employment will be terminated as of 30 September 2023. The parent company of B Limited is a German multinational holding company based in Düsseldorf. Its portfolio includes hair care products, laundry detergents, and fabric softeners. In June 2024, the consumer brands business has decided to reorganize its Hungarian production activities as part of the restructuring of its European supply chain. Therefore, 242 positions will be outsourced to another European country. No other positions will be automatically offered within the company, and thus employment will be terminated as of the end of December 2024. Further 240 employees' positions will be terminated as of the end of March 2025. In our primary research process, we also use qualitative research to draw the right conclusions and recommendations, pointing out the weaknesses of the process. The online interviews with senior managements were naturally related to the collective redundancies that were taking place at the time. We discussed the present, past, future topicality, and we compiled the questionnaire based on the answers received. The questionnaire survey was the other method used. The questions to be answered were mostly defined as multiple choice options and marked on a scale of 1 to 5. The online availability of the form was shared on the internal communication platforms used with the company. A total of 224 respondents completed the questionnaire, which was adjusted to 221 during data cleansing. The gender breakdown of respondents is 37% male, 82 respondents, and 63% women, 139 respondents. The average age of the respondents is 32.28 years. The process of accepting mass redundancies is broken down into groups of indirect measures and direct measures, such as senior management communication and transition meetings, HR drop-in calls, open position and job fair, internal and other trainings, outplacement programs, and the work council and trade union support based on the results of in-depth interviews and the surveys. The senior management communication and transition meetings included a detailed account of the planned timeline and its overview, the recruitment process in India and another European country, and the shadowing plan. The communication strategy devised by the senior management team was perceived by the staff members as the most efficient element of the supporting measures. The mean satisfaction rating for this measure on a scale of 1 to 5 is 2.05. The HR manager and HR business partner conducted weekly briefing meetings, which were accessible to all employees, regardless of whether they were participating online or in person. Inquiries pertaining to human resources, including remuneration for overtime and unused vacation days, salary adjustments, annual bonuses, and the rejection of mutual agreements were addressed and resolved within the 72-hour service level agreement. HR dropping calls have been suspended a month after the announcement of the collective redundancies. The mean satisfaction rating for this measure on a 5-point Likert scale is 2.48. The placement program consisted of 8 sessions, each lasting 120 minutes. Experts provided personal support and guidance during one-to-one consultations, wherein a career coach assisted employees in planning their subsequent career trajectory. Employees had access to live workshops in a range of topics, including CV writing, interview preparation, advice on optimizing one's LinkedIn profile, guidance on entrepreneurship, management of later life and decision-making in the context of career transitions. The satisfaction average of this measure on a scale of 1 to 5 is 3.52. The employees are affected were not satisfied with the communication from HR and senior management, not with the quality of their actions, and the workers lost their motivation. The more effective and supportive communication strategy by managers can contribute to employee engagement and organizational stability. So we consider the development of communication skills to be of paramount importance. Our proposal would require career development and retraining, job search training, personalized counseling, online courses, vocational training, and professional networking events to discover new opportunities. The outplacement program would partly cover working with a career coach, and we would also support participation in mentoring programs where experienced and expert staff would help and guide less experienced or novice colleagues. For those who are not affected by collective redundancies but are dissatisfied with the conditions of redundancy, we would offer regular briefings, closer involvement of employees, and flexibility programs beside flexible working conditions. These opportunities would not only aim to alleviating sources of dissatisfaction, but would also contribute to building loyalty to the company. The announcement of redundancies often causes considerable stress and uncertainty among employees, which affects public opinion. While the measures provided by the companies to support the acceptance of the redundancies did not generate a high level of satisfaction, they did not create a feeling for employees of being useless. Thank you for your kind attention.